This is a test recording. Hey, my name is Ashmit, and I've been working on this AI note taker application. This has probably been completed, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, uh, this is working now. Save event recording. Now let's go to, yeah, you see, this is a test recording. Hey, this is working. Okay, so guys, we are looking at an application today, which is Granola. So Granola is an AI-powered note-taking application which automatically transcribes, summarizes, and enhances notes without joining calls as a meeting bot, right? So it has some cool AI features right here. So transcription, human AI collaboration, device-based audio capture, seamless integration. So these are some of the features that Granola offers, and Granola is a $250 million application basically. So what will what we will be doing today is trying to create a clone of Granola that uh, listens to meeting audios for us, transcribe that audio recordings into uh, text, and summarizes all the meeting notes for us. And we will also be like integrating Google Calendar events to that so that we can keep track of all the particular events and its recordings. So that is what we are trying to build today. So basically an AI note taker application for our meetings, personal meetings or work meetings, anything you call it. So yeah, let's get started. So let's discuss first how all of this is working. So the first thing is that user will record an audio. Basically, they can either record an audio solo or they can record an audio in a meeting, and that file will be saved to our local machine, that is like our device like phone. उसके बाद क्या होगा कि वी विल सेंड दैट ऑडियो फाइल टू विस्पर एपीआई एंड विस्पर एपीआई क्या करेगा कि उस ऑडियो फाइल से जो टेक्स्ट होगा उसको ट्रांसक्राइब कर लेगा. ठीक है. सो नाउ वी हैव द ट्रांसक्राइब्ड टेक्स्ट फ्रॉम द आवर ऑडियो यूजिंग विस्पर एपीआई. अब हम क्या करेंगे कि उस ट्रांसक्राइब टेक्स्ट को हम अपने जेमिनाई एपीआई को देंगे. ओके. एंड जेमिनाई एपीआई विल समराइज ऑल ऑफ द टेक्स्ट इन अ नोट्स फॉर्मेट. सो बेसिकली हमें वो की पॉइंट्स दे सकता है, ऑडियो में क्या डिस्कशन हो रही है उसके बारे में उसको पूरा समराइज कर सकता है इन अ सिंपल टेक्स्ट. And yeah, and there is one more thing that we can add here is like add Google Calendar events, and then what we can do is like tag those events to our recordings basically, and then summarize everything. So उसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? Let's create one more architecture here. So first we will need first, we will need Google Calendar, all the events. So Google Calendar events. सो हमें ये गूगल कैलेंडर इवेंट्स लेने पड़ेंगे. इसके लिए हम गूगल की एपीआईज यूज़ कर सकते हैं. देन once we click on that particular event, we can start our recording. And that will give us an audio file. Okay. That will give us an audio file. On इस audio को हम directly कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. देन उस ऑडियो को हम डायरेक्टली फिर से इस साइकिल में ला सकते हैं. सो आवर फर्स्ट एजेंडा वुड बी कि पहले हम ऑडियो को रिकॉर्ड करके विस्पर एपीआई से ये वाला जो आर्किटेक्चर है पहले वो हम कंप्लीट कर लें. This would be our first agenda. Then after all this is done, then we can probably start looking into this कि हम इसको कैसे कम कर सकते हैं. But the first target would be like to get this architecture done. Okay, so इसको करने के लिए पहले हम विस्पर की एपीआई को देख लेते हैं. I think, yeah, this is the package, I think. Whisper GGML works on Android, iOS, and macOS. Okay, so yep, let's start building our application now. What I'll do is I'll create a app. We can call it uh, AI note taker. We clean all this. We don't need all this. Let's introduce some of the packages that we need. So this would be Whisper GGML. Add. For recording audio, I think we'll need audio player, something like that. Player state. Let's search it only. Recording audio Flutter. The record package is a common choice for this functionality. Record. Yep. I think we'll use this package 9 days ago. So guys, we'll also need permission handler, obviously, to get users information. Not information, their permission to record their voice. Now let's go to record and see how this works. Hmm. Check and request permission needed. Okay. Okay, so now our app is running. I'll take you through some of the packages that we have introduced here. So record is something that you use to record audio. Uh, Permission handler is used to like get users permission, provider for state management, and path provider to save our uh, audios and get that path. So yep. Now let's get coding and create some of our files that we need. So I'll create models, view models, and views. So I'll be using MVVM architecture, not clean architecture, to not complicated. Okay. Um, what else? Let's create a home view. Okay, so I'll use a bit of AI, Cupertino's style, bottom navigation, calendar events, my card, guys, summaries. I'll say home summaries, helper, height should be 80, background colors, colors dot blue. Hmm. Something like this. Let's call it blue accent, light blue accent, 100, constant, color, icon, color, colors, dot, white. Not looking that great, right? Red or just mm, make this look, yep, looking much better. Label, label, Not the styling or what? Make this stateful. Selected index must have different color, right? No sound on. Then what we can do is create 3 more screens for calendar. Let's call it events view. Here we will show our events, record view, and summary list view. Let's go to record view. Cupertino bar available or what? Cupertino scroll bar can't be assigned to. Okay. Center title false. And let's go to home view, create a list of widgets, pages, another reference is name, start, make it final. Make it 30 everywhere. Okay. First, we'll create a recording screen. Keep it much simpler. Enter child column payment center and these color. Okay, looking good. Yep. Give it 30. Yeah. Yeah. Now we have a recording button. Um, this radius. Start recording. Let's create a service file here and we call it recording service or record service. Now we'll go to our API. So this is how it is done. So what we can do is have this here. For this async stop recording should be in here. Hmm. This one. Okay, so now it looks good. Stream. Hmm. Now what we can do is directly call this button stop recording. service. Structure. Let's see what it's saying. Can't we use try thing? Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Stop recording. Hmm. Final path. Hmm. Path is equal to now. What we'll do is if path is not equal to null, set here. Service. Okay, now allow. Hey, so this is a recording. This is a test recording basically. What happened? Recorder has not been created. Okay, let's fix this quickly. Audio recorder, start recording. Stream. Hmm. Let's do it again. Hey, this is a test recording. Uh, hey, this is a test recording. 1, 2, 3. Okay, does it work? Let's add some logs. Okay. Record audio. It's a final. Not dispose it for now. Let's. Hey, this is a test recording 123. Recording file saved at null. Why a full path? My file. Most probably path provider hasn't been set up correctly. Let's do that. Uh, Installing. Potentially your editor might support Flutter Puppet. Oh, that's seamless. Start animating, custom recording button, not this, interpolation. Mm, Okay, what you can do is just copy these and see if it works. By the way, I'll put the link below for this. Start recording. Path, file path. Okay, okay, stop recording. Stop recording audio path. ठीक है, check audio path. Okay, now let's see. Hey, this is the test 123. Field audio recorder has not been initialized. What? Okay, hot reload. Hey, this is a test recording 1, 2, 3. Hmm. Now let's listen to this. Hey, this is a test recording 1, 2, 3. Yep. Now it's working fine. So let's go through the code. It's pretty much same, I guess. It's just that this file path I had to basically, if I like again record, hit record. Hey, this is a test recording 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's create our view models. So we call it record VM change notifier. No. What we can do is every time we start recording, we should uh, say we can create a boolean is recording false. Hmm. Let reset. We can say uh, we can have a timer. From this. Timer is it? Okay, huh. Start timer. Now let's wrap up this into multi-provider. Provider. Okay. Now I'll wrap this with something called consumer. Uh, Okay. Then say this. Then remove this. Okay. Now I'll hot restart. Hey, this is a test recording. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now we are successfully able to record our voice. Now what we can do is after like stopping the recording, uh, let's first create a transcribe service. Suppose ggmp gml. Uh, late transcribe service. Transcribe audio. Let's wrap it in. Model dot medium audio part. Path. Hmm. And what does it give? It's a result. Okay. Transcribe result. Okay. Now we have a recording view model. Let's create a transcribe VM. So here what we can do is have our transcribe service final audio part. Okay. Stop recording. string get. Okay, now what we can do is call this. On stopping the recording, uh, let's create a bottom sheet that will Cupertino style bottom sheet. Okay. We have action sheet Cupertino. How does it work? Okay, okay, okay. And wrap this with builder, consumer, transcribe VM, remove this constructor. Yep. And when we stop recording, we can hit this. Await, show action sheet. Okay. This is a test recording 1, 2, 3. What happened? Loaded. Loading kit Flutter. What happened? Let's go to our Whisper. Installation. Sample. Okay, so guys, the app is running now, and what I did now basically it is transcribing. So what I did is let me show you. So I what I'm doing is I gone through this package uh, repo basically, and here I saw that there was a issue raised that crash when ran, and some guy told that like run the model first, download function first, and then on the control, and then first attempt the transcription. So I actually did that. I added a function called download model. I awaited it, so it downloads first, then this transcribe works. So yep, this is working now. And I also changed the Whisper model to base because on tiny and small it was not working. It was always crashing. So I did that. Now it is working fine. Let me show you. First, have some cancel button here, and save button. Give it some styling. No, let's call this 12 and this 20. Okay. So now this is working. Let's clean up some things. Meanwhile, what we can do is we can hit a recording here. Hey, this is a test recording. Test recording 1, 2, 3. How are you doing? Uh, I just completed a project regarding blah blah blah. That was a weird audio. Never mind. Um, okay. So meanwhile that is happening, what we can do is create our API service. Summarize service dot. For that, we will need HTTP. Guys, we are using Gemini API, obviously. HTTP. So let me quickly grab my Gemini API keys. Let's create a constant for that. Here I will have my Gemini API key. I do not recommend to put it like this. Have, if you're like keep making this uh, app in production, I would suggest that you keep this in a .env or something. Okay, I have put my API key. I'll not show you, obviously. So let's go here. Let's close this app and create a Gemini API call to summarize meeting meeting notes. Future summarize meeting notes. Copy this position. Direct it. Summarize the below notes with bullet points and crux. Okay, so let's a bit talk about what we have done here. So we have given parts of text to AI, and we are telling here that you are a top-notch meeting summarizer. Summarize the below notes with bullet points and crux. Okay, and uh, yeah, basically that. I think this should do it. We can always add more good prompt basically. Okay, go to a recording view, summarize PM. Saving data. Let's do this first. Now instead of saying okay, so hey, I've completed my all my tasks. I'm waiting for John to give me some APIs so I can start integrating again. Okay, so the transcription just happened. Train engine buzzing. Okay, now let's try to summarize this. What is happening? Okay, summary. You have completed all your assigned tasks. Okay, so you can see here we're blocked on integrating summary candidates content parts. Okay, so now what we can do is getting the summary right, we can just return data models of type string. Okay, can just log it. String. Hmm. And if I go to create a JSON file, summarize dot JSON. Okay, candidates. Text parts. Text. Okay, here is the summary crux. I'm ready to candidates. Hmm. Okay, so this is how I am getting the content right. So what we can do is candidates content parts. I can return candidate content parts zero text, and I can do this thing here. And if I hit summarize, this should just log. Yep. Okay, here's a summary, focusing on the key notification. I can just modify this, give just a summary. Text, nothing else like okay. If I hit summarize, completed all tasks, awaiting all APIs from John for integration. Crux, waiting on John's APIs to resume integration work. Okay. Okay, great. So now on summarize, wait async navigator.pop context. Context. Summarize PM or is summarizing. Great. What we can do is now summary, summary, string. We can ask AI to format this in a good manner a bit. Format the summary in a beautiful manner. Mhm. Now, as I hit recording, or what we can do now, our basically our functionality is working now, right? So what we can do is make this look a bit better. Summarized notes. Okay. Now let's hot restart it. Uh, we have done some things, right? uh, Now, like, we have tried to make the UI better. In last, what I will do is I will ask Claude to like redo all the UI part of this. So let's see, is summarizing. Yep. Okay, now I'll test it. Hey, hey, John. So what happened is, like, I completed my task, right? And then I moved from authentication part to the user service part. But like, I have built all the UI elements and UI components for the application, but I'm waiting for Mahi to complete his like to send me APIs to of user service. Okay, now let's wait. Okay, guys. So yeah, uh, the transcription happened and API call did went through. So this is our summarized text. As you can see here. Okay. John completed his task, moved from authentication to user service, built all the UI elements, waiting for Mahi to provide some user service APIs. So now our summarization and transcription is working, right? So now we can move on to saving of this file. So for that, what we can do is create a uh, say summary model summary. So we will have um, our transcribed transcription summary, then we'll give it a random ID. Okay, and we will also have something called string calendar ID. I'll let you know what I'm talking about here, because we can link our all our summaries to events calendar. So I'll let you know what I'm talking about, because we will integrate Google API's calendar events. So, and we will tag our summaries to that. So for now, we can have this much data, and also have uh, date time. So let's have our Hive service. I will I will use Hive to save all our data. Oh, bad Hive. You can call it here directory personal adapter. What is this? Personal adapter? No, I don't want this. Register adapter. No, I don't want to register anything for now. Unnecessary cascade. Okay, so let's create our Hive. More service here. Create Hive service, save summary. Okay, get summary. Mm, get list of get all summaries. Should we also save our audio? For the sake of this video, I will do that. Mm, summary summaries VM. I'll call this summaries VM. And in this, what we can do is list of summary, add summary. No, not add. Final Hive service, load summaries. Uh, okay, so this is now good. On this save summary part, I'll say summarize VM, not summarize VM is wait. What is add summary? Okay, event ID. If I'm adding from here, say self took meeting, self started. Yep, I can call this. Now, I guess what we should do is rebuild our application, and before that, let's also create our summary list view. Let's first wrap it with this builder, consumer, summaries, VM, also body list view builder. Okay. Created at summary. For now, yeah, hot restart. Let's just rebuild it. Okay, I'll see you guys when it rebuilds. Okay, guys, so the app is rebuilt. So now let's test. Hey, John, I'm working on the user service part now, as Mahi has given me all the APIs that I needed. Most probably I'll be done with them in 2 to 3 days, the integration part. But then I'll start working on beautification of overall app, and for that I'll need the design team to start working on the design part so that I can refer to them after I'm done with all the user service integration. That's it from my side. Okay, now it's transcribing. I think it will probably take a couple of minutes. Okay, so guys, again, our recording just got summarized now. So what I'll try to do now is hit the save button and try seeing like if it saves or not. Okay, uh, creation failed part OS error, no such file or directory. Okay, path not found exception. Current dot path. From URI Let's see where our recordings are saving. Getting saved. Um, value dot path generate random get. Okay, application documents directory. Okay, same Hive service summaries. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Then three dots. Okay, probably this will won't work. No such file or directory. Just got reloaded. Hey John, I have completed all my tasks. I'm waiting for design team to finalize so I can build the rest of the UI. Give this to Claude basically to make this UI look good. Hey, I want you to make this UI look amazing. I'm using colors blue, white, gray. Make this look like a premium iOS app so that it seems that it was developed in Apple headquarters. Premium and explicit. Cool. Now we have got our. Let's hit save and see. Probably not work. Probably. I told you. Cannot write documentary. Did you forgot to register an adapter? Cannot write unknown type. Adapter. Let's ask ChatGPT about it. Okay. Hmm. Annotate your summary. Let's give him our summary. This is my summary. Great, thanks. This will be generated, must be unique. Flutter packages pub run, dart run, build run, and build. Pub run, build run, build. Should look. I think we'll have to add build runner in dev dependencies. Yeah. Hive generator to generate whatever dev dependencies. Yeah. Now I'll again have to hot restart. Not hot restart. Again have to build the app. Get the packages, Flutter run. Full because just change building. Yeah. Okay. Now here important. Most probably this should work now. Okay, so let's. Hey John, I'm done with all the API integrations now. Now I'm rebuilding the UI, but I've have some thoughts on my own, but I'm waiting for the design team to fully redesign the app so I can start building the components. Okay, now I've given a audio. Now let's wait for the summary until we can build this. Rebuild this UI. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Don't need this leading icon button. But yeah, start recording. Okay, I think our transcription got. This is, I think, our new recording is looking. Okay, so hey, what happened is that I'm done with the API integration part, but what I'm right now I'm doing is rebuilding the UI of the application. I'm doing some of the things from my own, but I'm waiting for the design team to complete the whole app design so I can start focusing on the uh, components. Yeah, it looks much better, guys. Okay, so here the summary got completed, and yep. So it looks like now phase one completion delayed by 2 weeks due to unforeseen technical challenges, mitigation strategies discussed, revised timeline to be circulated, build budget concerns, Q3 budget overspent. Mm-hmm. Okay, project management, save recording. Okay, save recording. I hit. Yep, this looks good. Now, if I hot reload it, it should show my recording. So we are now done with two steps of the application, that is getting the summary through the audio and our notes, our summary list. So before uh like before moving to the next part, what we can do is send this to Claude and give him the model. Make this summary list screen look good, same type as recording. View screen, you did also add on tab for the card, which will take to detail page where the summary, transcribed text, and audio is present. Okay, so this will now create first, like redo this screen, this summary list view, and create a summary detail view where we can go through the summary, uh, particular summary, and yep. And now what will be left to do is only add the calendar events and like click on that and add a summary, things like that. So most probably we we are very close to make this app a proper application, basically a usable application. And if we add the calendar, then it will be a good project that you can add in your resume. So if you are building this with me, then kudos to you. You have built a good project that you can add it to your resume. Yep. Okay, so let's wait for this AI to start like complete building this UI. Okay, now let's see. Let's go through this first. Summary detail view. Okay, we'll copy paste all of this here, and later on change anything needed. Player state. Audio player. Yeah, we'll have to forward audio player. Audio players, I think. We'll still have to say in summary. This haptic feedback services Cupertino. Still have some things here. Intel. We'll need to, yeah, we'll have to add packages. Intel. Okay. Let's add Intel. Let's see how this is looking. One recording. Yeah, looking pretty good actually. If we like, we don't need this leading, so we'll remove it. Meeting summaries. We'll call it meeting summaries. No implementation. Thanks for watching. We'll have to hot reload everything. Okay, so now our app is running. And like so far we have created a feature that like summarizes our audio, and then we can save it to our summary list. So we have all these meeting summaries, so we can save it, and you can click on this and view the audio basically. So this is what we have achieved so far. Error playing audio. So we will look into this error later, but so far we have achieved this. And now what I want to do is, I think you can also share, right? No, I think Claude didn't do anything with that. So now what I'll do is, I want to create events here, right? So I'll just quickly copy some of my UI there. So app bar, So app bar will be here at events. In the leading, if I go to this summary detail view, there is this share icon, right? I want this action here, and it should be an refresh icon. Also, background color is different. Just some quick changes, right? Quick changes to make it look better. I'll call this events. Now, to like have events, right? To get your events, you'll need to go through some steps. Okay. So the first step would be, I mean, I'm taking you through an easier path. So the first step would be like have an Firebase account. Okay. Create a Firebase application. Okay. And connect your app to that Firebase app. So that would be the first thing that I would recommend you to do it. Okay. So, yep. Let's do it. I already have an Firebase account created, an app created. I'll show you. And I'm calling that note taker. So here is my note taker Firebase application. I'll quickly show you. In sign in method, I have enabled the Google login. Okay. Project settings, I've added my SHA fingerprint. So that is that. So for adding Firebase is quite simple. You just need to go to terminal. If you have Flutterfire, I use Flutterfire all the time. Flutterfire config. Okay, so note taker. Note taker, I will only do Android and iOS. It will ask like add everything here. Just to close this app for now. It will do all the thing for me, and while that is happening, I'll add some of the packages that we need. So Google APIs is one of the packages that we need. Google APIs auth we will need, and Google sign in. These two for calendar APIs, and these two, this for Google sign in. One more thing that I forgot to tell you. So in your cloud console, you'll have to go in your cloud console, console dot cloud dot google.com. So you'll have to go to your cloud console, select your project, then you have to go through the API services, select a project, and you can select it from here. So this is one of my projects, so you'll have to select it from here. So in my note taker, I have enabled it. So you need to go through APIs and services, enable API and services, and 1 second. So yeah, you'll have to search calendar. calendar or Google Calendar API, and you will have to enable this. Mine already enabled. If you have it enabled, it should say enable, and you have to enable this. So this is it that you want to do. You need to do first, that is create a Firebase project, enable Firebase Google sign-in authentication, add your SHA keys, then in your Flutter Fire, you'll have to configure this. So mine has already been configured. But if you are adding Flutter Fire, you're taking this part, then you'll have to also add Firebase Flutter pub, add Firebase core, I think. Yeah, core. And if you go here, you'll have to wait Firebase dot initialize app. Okay, so now our app is running fine. So now there are two things that we need. So we'll have to create a calendar service that manages all the Google Auth client and everything. Okay, so there are some of the things that you'll need. First thing is Google's. Let's quit this for a while now. We will start it once we need it. So first thing you will need is Google sign in. Okay, and this will be Google sign in instance. Import this ourselves. The lint is not working. Okay, we have the Google sign in. Then what you'll need is you'll have to get calendar events, Google calendar events. So you'll have to create a function that says, first let's create a model here. So we'll call this calendar event. And I've already like kind of have this. So what I will need, I've already written everything. So these are the things that we will need in this. These are the things that we will need, and to format the date, we will do this and add in them. So these are things that we will need: ID, title, description, start, end time, is all their location. Now I will fetch my list of calendar events, basically. Get calendar events. So we will need here date time, start, and date time end, and then we'll have to authenticate ourselves. So we can say Google current user. I think the APIs are changed. Let's see. Let's go through the Google APIs docs. Google sign in. Okay. User authorization. Some of the things have changed here. So getting user is now event.user in authentication event sign in. Okay. Okay, so what we can simply do is say this final user authorization event. An event would be equal sign in dot instance initialize then temp. Okay. What we can do is handle authentication error, handle get contact, handle go here. Simply say Google authenticate final user authenticate with user client. Scopes will be scopes I have. Scopes are this. Okay, so we have the Google sign-in client authorization and okay, then we will need the access token basically. So authorization dot access token. Okay, so now we have the access token here. Okay. If authorization is equal to null return here, varna access token. Now what we can do is we can use calendar API final authenticated client is equal to await Google auth client. We'll have to pass this. We'll have to create a Google auth client here. We will do this. So what is this? This is an basically adding headers. So auth client, you can check here. This token. Final Google access token interpolation, remove auth headers, and then I will call this calendar API. So import Google Ads calendar API, and this will give us all the calendars events. So now what we can do is fetch all the events into the list and return like this. And have all this into a try catch. I know this is very confusing, but I will try to tell you guys what is happening. So Google sign in. So basic signing, Google signing, like we authenticate the user, then we add the scope, like what scope do we need, okay? And then if the authorization is not equal to null, then we get the access token, then add a header basically to Google auth client, okay? So this takes this takes a HTTP client basically. So it will send this to Google APIs calendar v3. So it takes a HTTP client, and this is a client with headers, and we are basically doing an API call here. So and we get a streamed response. So we add the headers from here, authorization, bearer, access token, and content type application JSON, and we send a request. So we send a request to the client, and this will give us the calendar API, and this calendar API in this we get the events, okay? So we get all the events as a list, and we order it by start time, max results, and all that. Then we basically map all our calendar events to the our model here. Now what we can do is let me see. Let me see what we need to do again. We will need to map all the calendar event here. So calendar event VM, most of the work will be done by AI here. Will not focus much on this. Set events. Okay, fetch events, set events. And if I go on here on the view, so if I go to the body, I can create a child of I can create an event card, or in body I can have provider from here, list of event titles starting. Okay, now I'll give this to Claude to make my UI better. And I'll give this calendar VM also. My calendar view, make it look better just like others. Add Hive field here, say 6, final string, event name, and in calendar event what we have also the description, right? At Hive field event description, add Hive field event event start time, add Hive field event and time, and all this here. Then we can say dot run dot run build runner build. Here. Okay, guys, so now our app is has loaded, and we this premium calendar event prompt has also here now. So let's copy paste this code here. Let's see what is happening. Okay, Intel. Intel haptic feedback services, Flutter services. We have some more issues here. See, yep. So now it is basically here. Load events. Event platform extension, no active configuration. Make sure GID client ID setup in info playlist. Set in no active configuration. Make sure GID. Okay, GID client. Let's look into what we have missed. Okay, guys, so I was able to run the application not on iOS but on my physical device. My iOS simulator was lagging way too much, so I shifted to my physical simulator. I'll start a screen copy play, and show you how the app is looking now. Okay, so here is our application, guys. Okay. Window. Okay, so this application here. Uh, Now the calendar events are showing up. So what, and also this UI from Claude is also working very good. Let me show you here. Okay, so now what we want to do is, like, when we hit on this, we want to open a event detail page where we can have a recording, and like we can like save it basically. Okay, so for that what we can do is give Claude a Claude a prompt that on tapping the particular event card instead of event detail bottom sheet, navigate to a event detail view with all the event details. Keep the UI type same, classy, exquisite, Apple-like, Cupertino. Okay, so this will do it. And meanwhile, what we can do is create a event detail view ourselves. Detail view STFL. Okay. And in this, what we want is that our recordings also happen, right? So for that, what we can do is I'll show you. First, let this prompt run. Meanwhile, let's go through the calendar service once again. So calendar service, I did some changes here. So first of all, I moved back to 6.2.2 version because I'm more familiar with this and it works very good. So we in here we can like when you are give creating an instance, so you can add scopes here. So you'll need to add email profile and google apis.com auth calendar. So now you'll have to like very similar, like check if the user is there or not, check if user is already signed in. If not signed in, then you will have to sign in, and that will give you an basically current user. Okay, so now you can get a Google sign-in authentication by current-user.auth. So this contains the ID token and the access token. And what you need to do is you need to give this access token to this auth header and this Google Auth client to send a request to API, calendar APIs, and you will call this calendar API authenticated client, and then you'll get an calendar basically calendar API event. So you'll need to get all the particular event through this streamed response. Basically this is in streamed response, and you'll get all the events here. And these events will be a basically say a list of event, basically a list of events. So you'll have to map all this list of event to a calendar event. So what is events here? So let's go, basically let's go to this events. So event resource, so this has the calendar ID, event ID, all of this, all of the data that we need. So this is The was the calendar service. Now I think our calendar event detail view is here. Okay, now let's remove this constant value. This is working. What we can do is summary list view. Meeting summaries card. Okay, build summary card. You can copy this part here. Now if I show my emulator here, so this opens a bottom sheet, right? So what we can do is go to the events view. And event detail view. So if I now tap on it, you go to this event detail view, and now here we have a button called record event. So delete event, we don't need all this, but yeah, let's keep it safe of this video. Record event. Okay, so now I will give my record event record view. Basically this is my record view for record event in event detail. Follow this flow. Okay, now it will do is update the event detail view to integrate a recording flow. Okay, so this is how, I mean, this is a quick way to make this all work, basically. Okay, until this is happening, let's record an summary here. So make sure that everything is working fine on the Android side. Hey, this is Ashmit. So last week went well. I did all the authentication integrations, API integrations. Now this week I'll be looking onto the user API integrations, and from next week I'll be working on the UI redesign of UI redesign components of the application. But for that, I will need the design team to start working on the UI, so that from next week I can take on the UI redesign components. Okay, that was a very bad audio, but yeah, let's see if it works. I think probably it will work. Okay, summarizing notes. Last week completed authentication. Ashmit completed authentication and API integration. He's working on user interview. Next week development already. He's working on the and plans to start redesign. Dependent on a design team providing the necessary. Yep. Save this recording. Let's go here. Last week completed authentication. Yep. Yep. So you can see here. And if we start the recording. Hey, this is Ashmit. So yep. Last week. So it is working. It is working great. Now let's event detail view. Yep, this is now here. Let's copy paste some of the code here. Okay, fix this event record view. Let's create an event record view. Copy this. Okay, first add all this. Summary. Okay, so this is working now. This should take us okay. So now let's hot restart the app. Now I think the app is complete with this prompt. Okay, so these two features are working. We have already tested it. Now let's refresh it once and start testing. Test event with me. Record event. Okay. Okay, so this is a test event. I just want you to summarize any random notes and yep, stop here. Go. Okay, let's see. This is working. Okay, so project is facing delays. Okay, let's save this event. Okay, what happened? Mouse wrapper. Save event recording. Nothing is happening, I think. Uh, event record. Okay, there is nothing called this pop. Okay, pop, discard recording. We don't need this cancel button and not needed this and say pop. Okay. Now if we go to our recordings first, yeah, it must have added. Okay. Uh, this is a test recording. Hey, my name is Ashmit, and I've been working on this AI note taker application. This has probably been completed, but yeah, let's see. Yep. This is working now. Save event recording. Now let's go to, yeah, you see, this is a test recording. Hey, yeah, this is working. So guys, this was the flow, like this was the whole application. So you can see we build a quite good application here and quite good UI. Like starting with the UI we did ourselves, and rest of the beautification Claude did it for us. But yeah, this app looks very good. I mean, I mean, this is a very good project that you can add to your resume. Even like if we add some of more features like login authentication, have a proper backend uh, for this, then yeah, probably we can also publish this application. We can also add here like delete things, like delete on the share. We can like share this summary and summary of this as a text to people. Yeah, adding these cool features, like this is a great application. I mean, one more feature you can add is like on like hitting this recording first, and pop-up comes up to add event name and description, and then basically uh, add it to calendar if you want. Like you can tick that box, and it will be also added to your calendar, and then start recording, and then like you can save it to your box. So yeah, pretty cool. So guys, I will end this video here. If you guys liked it, like liked how I built it, this application, then yeah, you can subscribe to this channel, and if you want you can like leave a comment, and if you guys had any queries you can put it down below, and I'll like surely like try to help you guys out. And all of the source code will be the link of the source code will be in the description. You can go to GitHub and check out all the code here and try to build it. I'll say try to build it yourself. And like you guys saw, I came across many issues that I had to like Google out or do chat GPT and figure out myself. Things like audio, like recording the audio. So when I was like have when I shifted to Android, physical Android device, I faced this issue. I'll show you guys quickly. So permission, I removed this permission handler. Like initially I had it, but I removed it, and then I had to again like add it here. Then if I go to my manifest, I added a couple of permissions that user needs. So you can see read calendar, write calendar, internet, access network stack, record audio, modify audio settings, write external stories, and read external stories. So these are the things that I had to came across. Like then yep. So I'll say guys, like try to build it yourself. You'll like uh, understand the project as a whole much better, and like find out like what are the challenges that you come across while building a full-fledged project like this. Yep. Thank you.